Forgive your past mistakes. Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. Holding on to past mistakes, whether your own or others, can create emotional weight that keeps you stuck. Real progress begins when you make the decision to release that burden. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean you're pretending nothing happened. It means you recognize that you made choices based on who you were at that time, and now you're ready to grow beyond them. When you forgive yourself, you allow healing to begin. You stop replaying the same moments in your mind and start using that energy to build something better. Everyone makes mistakes. The key is to take responsibility, learn the lesson, and move forward with clarity. Likewise, forgiving others is not about saying what they did was okay. It's about choosing your peace over holding on to negative emotions. When you forgive someone, you free yourself from being emotionally tied to something that no longer serves you. You don't need an apology to let go. You don't need closure from anyone else. What you need is a commitment to yourself, a promise that you won't let the past control your future. Forgiveness is freedom. It's not weakness. It's strength. The strength to grow, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. That's how you begin building a future that's no longer shaped by regret, but by purpose. Living in regret only destroys your present, and your future regret is like a shadow from the past that follows you wherever you go. Unless you decide to step into the light, it may seem natural to look back and think, if only I had done things differently. But the truth is, constantly replaying past decisions does not change them. It only drains your energy and distracts you from the opportunities in front of you. When you live in regret, you're stuck in a moment that no longer exists. Your mind is in the past, but your life is happening now. And every moment you spend looking backward is a moment lost from building your future. It's like trying to drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. You'll miss what's ahead. Letting go of regret doesn't mean you forget what happened. It means you accept it, understand it, and choose to grow from it. Regret can teach you, but it should never control you. The past is done. You can't rewrite it, but you can write the next chapter. You have the power to take what you've learned and turn it into something meaningful. The present is a gift, and the future is wide open. So instead of saying I should have, start asking yourself, what can I do now? That mindset shift is the first step toward freedom and toward a life no longer shaped by regret, but by possibility. Turn your wounds into wisdom, not weakness. Everyone experiences pain at some point in life. Emotional wounds, heartbreaks, failures, disappointments. These moments can either break you down or build you up. The difference lies in how you respond. You can choose to let your pain make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. Turning your wounds into wisdom means looking at your past not as something that damaged you, but as something that taught you. Your challenges may have hurt, but they also gave you experience. That experience becomes your strength if you use it. Think of every difficult situation as a lesson wrapped in discomfort. What did it teach you? Patience, strength, awareness, self-respect. If you find the lesson, you win, no matter how hard the journey was. On the other hand, if you hold onto the pain without learning from it, it turns into self-doubt. It keeps you stuck in the same place, afraid to move forward. That's not growth. That's giving your past too much power. Wisdom comes when you shift your focus from why did this happen to me to what is this trying to teach me. That simple change in mindset transforms pain into purpose. You are not weak because you were hurt. You are wise because you survived, learned, and chose to rise. Your past wounds can become the foundation of a stronger, smarter, and more resilient you. Those who broke you don't get to write your future. Other maybe people in your life who caused pain, disappointment, or betrayal. Maybe they doubted you, rejected you, or tried to limit your potential. But no matter what they did, they do not have the power to define who you are or who you can become. When you give your future over to those who hurt you, you allow their actions to shape your story. That's like handing them the pen and asking them to finish your book. But your life is yours, and you are the author now. What someone did to you in the past is a chapter, not the whole story. Their words, actions, or treatment may have impacted you, but they don't determine your value. Your response does. You have the power to take that experience and use it as fuel to rise higher, grow stronger, and aim further. Let them stay in the past where they belong. Every step you take forward is a message. You don't control me. I do. You're not defined by someone else's opinion. You're defined by your mindset, your goals, and the choices you make today. Growth begins the moment you stop trying to prove anything to anyone and start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. So take back the pen. This is your story. The future belongs to you, not to the people who tried to stop you from reaching it. Bury your old identity. Create a new one with purpose. The person you used to be doesn't have to be the person you stay. Your past behaviors, habits, or beliefs may have made sense at one point, but growth means recognizing when it's time to evolve. If the old version of you was built from pain, confusion, or survival, it's okay to leave that behind. Burying your old identity doesn't mean rejecting who you are. It means choosing to upgrade. It's about releasing the version of yourself that was shaped by fear, doubt, or limitation, and creating a new identity built on purpose, clarity, and strength. You are allowed to change. In fact, real transformation starts when you no longer settle for the same mindset, the same patterns, or the same excuses. The key is intention. Don't just escape the old version of you. Design the new one with focus and vision. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? How does that person think, speak, act, and show up every day? Then start aligning your daily choices with that new identity. You're not stuck. You're becoming. And becoming requires letting go of what no longer fits. You have the power to rewrite your self-image and rebuild your character. This isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. Let the old you rest and rise into the future with purpose, confidence, and a new name for yourself. Growth. 6. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. We've all made mistakes. We've all gone through moments we wish we could erase. But your past, no matter how difficult, is not a punishment. It's a teacher. It's there to guide you, not to trap you. Many people believe that because something went wrong before, they're no longer worthy of growth or success. That mindset keeps them stuck. But the truth is, your past only has power if you allow it. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to do with what happened. Think of your past like a book. You've read the early chapters. Now it's time to write new ones. The only purpose those first pages serve is to help you understand how to move forward with more wisdom and direction. A lesson teaches you what to avoid, what to change, and what to improve. It doesn't keep you locked in shame or fear. A life sentence means you're trapped, but personal growth is all about freedom. And freedom comes when you see your experiences as steps on the path, not chains holding you back. So instead of reliving the pain, start reviewing the lesson. What did you learn? How can you grow? What can you do differently now? You're not defined by your history. You're shaped by your response. Treat your past like a classroom and let those lessons help you graduate into the future you deserve. 7. Letting go of painful memories is true freedom. Holding on to painful memories may feel like a form of protection, a way to never be hurt again. But in truth, it keeps you locked in the very pain you're trying to escape. Real freedom comes when you decide that those memories no longer get to control your thoughts, your choices, or your future. It's not about pretending it didn't happen. It's about choosing not to relive it every day. You can acknowledge your pain without being defined by it. You can honor what you've been through and still move forward with strength. Letting go doesn't mean you forget. It means you stop allowing the memory to take up space in your present. Every time you replay it in your mind, you give it power. But the moment you decide, this no longer has permission to shape who I am, you take that power back. Letting go is a form of healing. It's how you make room for peace, joy, and growth. You deserve to experience life without carrying yesterday's weight on your shoulders. You are more than what hurt you. You are more than what you lost. You are the one who gets to decide what stays with you and what does in single quotes t. And when you finally release the past, you'll feel it, the lightness, the clarity, the space to breathe again. That's not just healing, that's freedom. 8. Stop living under the shadow of past criticism. Everyone has faced criticism at some point from family, friends, teachers, or even strangers. Some of those words stick with us for years, quietly shaping how we see ourselves. But here's the truth. Not all criticism is truth, and not everyone's opinion deserves space in your mind. If you continue living under the shadow of past criticism, you'll constantly doubt yourself, question your worth, and hesitate to take bold steps. But those opinions came from a limited view of who you were, not who you're becoming. People often speak from their own fears, not from a clear understanding of your potential. You are allowed to grow beyond what others once said about you. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your journey speaks for itself. Every time you choose progress over fear, you break away from that shadow. Don't let someone else's judgment become your internal voice. Replace it with encouragement, belief, and clarity about your purpose. Learn from feedback that helps you grow, but let go of comments that hold you back. Your value isn't determined by the noise around you, but by the quiet confidence within you. Step into your own light, your own strength, and let your actions rewrite the story that others tried to write for you. You don't live in their past, you live in your present, and your future deserves to be built without limits. 9. Treat your mistakes as chapters, not your whole story. Everyone makes mistakes. It's a natural part of being human. But the real problem begins when you start believing that your past errors define your entire identity. Mistakes are not your whole story. They're just chapters along the way. And like any good story, those chapters are meant to teach, challenge, and develop the main character, you. A single bad decision doesn't erase your potential. A few wrong turns don't cancel out the journey ahead. What matters most is what you choose to do next. If you keep reading the same painful chapter over and over, you'll never discover how the story ends, and you'll never realize how powerful your future can be. Mistakes are valuable because they teach you what to avoid, what to improve, and where you need to grow. They add depth to your experience and wisdom to your decisions. Instead of hiding from them, study them. Then close that chapter and move forward with intention. You are not defined by where you fell. You're defined by how you rise. The past is a reference, not your identity. Let it inform you, not imprison you. So when you think about your story, remind yourself, that was just one part of me. I've grown since then. I've changed. And I'm still writing the rest. Your story is still in progress, and the next chapter can be the most powerful one yet. 10. If you cling to the past, you'll miss the power of the present. The present moment is where your real strength lives. But when your focus is stuck in the past, that power slips away. You can't build anything new while holding tightly to what's already gone. Whether it's regret, guilt, or old memories, clinging to the past blocks you from fully living right now. Think of the present like a clean page, a chance to write something better. But if you keep rereading yesterday's lines, you never get to write what comes next. The longer you stay attached to the past, the more opportunities you miss in the present. Real transformation starts when you become aware of how precious the current moment is. Every minute gives you the chance to make a new decision, take a new action, or change your direction. But you have to be present to do it. The past is already written. It can't be changed. But the present is alive. It responds to your mindset, your choices, and your focus. And what you do today becomes your future tomorrow. Let go of the what ifs and should haves. They keep you trapped in places you've already outgrown. Start asking, what can I do now? Because now is where change happens. The present isn't just time, it's power. And when you choose to live in it, you take full control of your life. Start working today on the person you want to become. Orion dreams of becoming something more focused, more successful, more fulfilled. But dreams without action remain distant. The truth is, the person you want to become won't show up by chance. That version of you is built through intentional choices, starting today. Ask yourself, what does my future self look like? How do they think, speak, act, and live? Now ask yourself, what small steps can I take today to move in that direction? You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to begin. One decision at a time. One new habit at a time. Growth isn't about giant leaps. It's about consistent steps in the right direction. Every time you wake up and choose discipline over comfort, progress over excuses, learning over distraction, you're building that future version of yourself. Even when it feels slow, you're moving forward. And that matters. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need to start. The best part, every day is a fresh opportunity. Even if yesterday was unproductive, today can be different. You're not just working for a goal. You're shaping your identity. The person you want to become is waiting on the other side of your daily effort. So don't wait for the right time. This is the time. Start now. Start where you are. The future you're dreaming of begins with the actions you take today. Surround yourself with people who elevate your mindset. People around you shape more than just your environment. They shape your thinking, your energy, and even your direction in life. If you're constantly around negativity, laziness, or doubt, it quietly becomes your normal. But when you choose to surround yourself with driven, focused, and positive individuals, your entire mindset begins to shift upward. Energy is contagious. If you want to grow, build, and succeed, be around those who are already doing it or striving for it. Their mindset will challenge you, inspire you, and remind you of what's possible. They don't just speak success, they live in a way that pushes you to rise higher. It doesn't mean cutting off everyone who isn't perfect. It means being mindful of who influences you the most. Who do you spend your time with? What kind of conversations are you having? Are you being supported or slowly pulled backward? Surround yourself with people who talk about growth, goals, discipline, and purpose. People who see your potential and hold you to it. Even if you don't have them in person right now, you can find them through books, videos, communities, or mentors online. Your environment can either feed your future or starve it. Choose wisely, because the right people don't just walk with you, they lift you up. You're not meant to grow alone. Build a circle that reflects the future you want, not the past you've outgrown. Your daily habits shape your destiny. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's built in the small decisions you make every single day. Your future isn't just shaped by big goals or one-time actions. It's created by what you consistently do, think, and prioritize. That's why your daily habits matter more than you realize. The way you start your morning, how you spend your time, what you feed your mind, and even the people you interact with All of it adds up. These habits either move you closer to the life you want or quietly pull you away from it. If you want clarity, make reflection a habit. If you want strength, build discipline into your day. If you want growth, commit to learning every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. The compound effect of small, positive habits over time is powerful. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Tiny steps, repeated daily, become major changes over time. Your habits write your story, word by word, day by day. So ask yourself, are my habits building my future or repeating my past? You have the power to change them. It starts with one new habit, one better choice, one intentional decision, because in the end, it's not your talent, background, or luck that shapes your destiny. It's your daily habits, and the best time to build new ones is today. Small steps lead to massive transformations. 250 words explanation. When people imagine change, they often think it has to be big, fast, or dramatic. But in reality, the most powerful transformations usually begin with small, simple steps taken consistently. You don't need to completely change your life overnight. You just need to start moving in the right direction, one step at a time. Think of a staircase. You can't jump to the top in one leap. You get there by taking each step, one after the other. The same is true for your personal growth, your goals, and your mindset. Reading just a few pages a day can change how you think. A 10-minute walk can change how you feel. Saying no to one distraction can sharpen your focus. One small decision made every day has the power to change your entire life. Most people give up because they don't see fast results. But transformation isn't instant. It's built quietly, patiently, and consistently. What feels like a tiny change today becomes something powerful over weeks, months, and years. So don't wait for the perfect moment or the ideal conditions. Start with what you have. Take a small step, no matter how small it seems, and trust the process. Every small action is a seed. Keep planting them, because in the end, it's not the size of your steps that creates transformation. It's the direction and the commitment behind them. 15. Set a clear vision and stay focused on it. Without a clear vision, life can feel like wandering without direction. You may be busy, but not productive. You may be moving, but not toward anything meaningful. That's why having a clear vision is so important. It gives your energy a purpose and your actions a path. Your vision is your why. It's the picture of the life you want to live, the person you want to become, and the goals you want to achieve. It acts like a compass, guiding your choices and helping you avoid distractions that don't align with your purpose. But a vision is only powerful when you stay focused on it. In a world full of noise, distractions, and comparison, it's easy to drift off course. That's why you must remind yourself daily, this is where I'm going. This is who I'm becoming. Write your vision down. Speak it out loud. Visualize it often. And most importantly, make decisions that support it. If something doesn't bring you closer to your vision, it's not worth your time. Stay patient. Progress may be slow, but every step counts. When you stay focused, you stop reacting to everything around you and start creating the life you actually want. A clear vision turns uncertainty into confidence. It turns dreams into plans. And when you stay loyal to that vision, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Face your fears. Your future lives beyond them. Fear is a natural emotion. It protects you, alerts you, and keeps you cautious. But it can also become a barrier between who you are and who you're meant to be. Most of the time, the life you truly want begins right on the other side of the fear you're avoiding. Fear often shows up when you're about to grow. It whispers, what if you fail? What if they judge you? What if you're not enough? But here's the truth. Those are just thoughts, not facts. And the only way to overcome fear is to face it. When you avoid your fears, they grow stronger. But when you confront them, even in small ways, they start to shrink. Confidence comes from action, not from waiting for fear to disappear. Whether it's starting something new, speaking up, changing direction, or chasing a dream, every time you move forward, despite the fear, you build courage, you gain experience, and most importantly, you move closer to the future you deserve. You don't need to eliminate fear completely. You just need to stop letting it decide your life. Take the leap, try, learn, grow. Your future doesn't live in your comfort zone. It lives in the unknown. It lives in the risk. It lives beyond the fear. Face it, not because it's easy, but because your future is worth it. 17. Treat each day as a new opportunity to grow. Every single day is a fresh start, a blank page, waiting for you to write something meaningful. No matter what happened yesterday, today is your chance to grow, improve, and move one step closer to the life you want. The most successful people in the world aren't perfect. They're consistent. And what they all understand is this: progress is built one day at a time. Growth doesn't always look big. Sometimes it's choosing patience instead of frustration. Sometimes it's learning one new thing or breaking one old habit. But every small action adds up. When you treat each day as valuable, your future starts taking shape faster than you expect. Don't wait for the weekend, the new year, or some perfect moment to change. That mindset delays progress. Instead, ask yourself each morning, what can I do today that helps me grow? Even just a little. You might not control everything. That happens in a day, but you always control how you show up in it. Show up with intention. Show up with curiosity. Show up with the mindset that growth is possible, and it is. When you live like each day matters, your time becomes your power. You stop wasting it. You start investing it into learning, healing, building, and becoming. Today is not just another day. It's a new chance to become someone stronger, wiser, and more focused than yesterday. Act like the person you dream of becoming. You already have a picture in your mind of the person you want to be: confident, focused, disciplined, successful, peaceful. But here's the secret. You don't have to wait to become that version of yourself. You can start acting like them right now. Ask yourself, how would the best version of me think? How would they spend their day? What choices would they make in difficult moments? Then do that, even in small ways. This isn't pretending. It's training. When you consistently act like the person you want to become, your actions start reshaping your identity. You stop living based on your past, and you start stepping into your future, the version of you that's confident. They speak clearly and make decisions. The version that's focused, they avoid distractions. The version that's healthy, successful, grounded, they have daily routines, boundaries, and priorities. It's not about perfection. It's about direction. You won't get it right every time, and that's okay. But every time you choose to act like your future self, you strengthen the mindset that builds that future. Don't wait for the world to see you differently. See yourself differently first. When you align your actions with your vision, your life begins to match that vision too. You're not becoming someday. You're becoming right now. Through every choice you make, discipline yourself now, so your future rewards you later. Discipline may not feel exciting in the moment, but it's the foundation of every great achievement. It's what separates short-term comfort from long-term success. When you discipline yourself today, you're not sacrificing joy. You're trading it for something better: purpose, growth, and a future you're proud of. Think of discipline like planting seeds. You may not see instant results, but with consistency, those seeds grow into something powerful. Whether it's waking up early, sticking to your goals, managing your time, or saying no to distractions, each disciplined action shapes the life you're building. Your future self is depending on your present actions, the hard choices you make today, choosing focus over entertainment, learning over laziness, action over excuses, are what create a life of freedom and fulfillment later. Without discipline, you might get temporary pleasure but long-term regret. With discipline, you might face short-term effort but long-term success. That's the trade, and it's always worth it. Discipline is not about being hard on yourself. It's about being loyal to your vision, even when it's inconvenient. The more you practice it, the stronger you become, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. One day, you'll look back and thank yourself for showing up when it was hard, for being consistent when it was easier to quit. That's when the reward comes, not just in results, but in who you've become along the way. Leave behind who you were. Step fully into who you are becoming. Growth requires one powerful decision: letting go of the version of you that's no longer serving your future. You are not your past mistakes, your old habits, or the opinions others placed on you. You are allowed to outgrow the people, places, and patterns that once defined you. In fact, you must, because the next level of your life will demand a new version of you. Transformation starts with honesty. Ask yourself, who do I need to stop being? What behaviors, mindsets, or fears are holding me back? Then let them go. Not because it's easy, but because your future is too valuable to stay stuck in what's familiar. You are always evolving, but real growth requires intention. It means leaving behind self-doubt, excuses, and comfort zones. It means stepping into confidence, responsibility, and purpose, even when it feels unfamiliar. And yes, it may feel lonely at first. Not everyone will understand your journey, but the more you align with who you're meant to be, the more peace and clarity you'll find. Be bold enough to release the old version of you. Be brave enough to build the new one. You weren't meant to stay the same. You were meant to rise. This is your moment. Step into it fully. Own your transformation. Let your future be louder than your past, because who you're becoming is far more powerful than who you used to be. 1.